Okay, they're dupes according to the internet. So, on the high-end side, we're going to go and pray that this pieces together good. Could go with the hula. Just to give a little bit of a bronzed look to the face. But hula bronzer I found is really intense sometimes, so that's why I always wipe it down. Or what's that word? Alright, now we're gonna shade switch because I want to use the same brush. We're gonna go into the next one. Don't you hate when mail people knock on the door and just leave the package at the door? If I would have known they were going to do that, I would have just kept recording. Okay. Okay, we got the bronze going. And it looks pretty even. And the color does look similar on both sides. So that is good. That's what we wanted. We're going to take... We're just going to take... I'm trying to find... You know what? We're going to take this fan brush. We're going to go into this bronzer. This is the NYX bronzer. We're going to bronze the sides of the nose, and I probably messed it up. But we'll leave it alone. Alright. Then we're going to take this powder brush again and just kind of dab on it. Alright. Now, blush brush. We have the L'Oreal True Match in Baby Blossom. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Benefit Dandelion. And they are similar in tone and color, all the way down to the little sparkles. So we're going to take some of the dandelion. We just want to go for a soft glow on the face, because we have all that other stuff underneath. So it's going to be plenty blushy. Y'all could see that. So you don't have to go overboard with the blush. And some people don't even wear blush, so the little bit underneath will be fine. Because some people just don't, they have a natural blush or whatever. So the little bit underneath, as you can see, you can still see the pink in the cheek on this side. So on this side, we're going into the L'Oreal. And just put a little bit on the face to give it a little bit of that rosiness. We'll put that down there. NYX, hula. All right. Whew, it's so much better when you start seeing a clear spot on here. Okay, for the highlight, I'm going to give you, on the high-end side, the Becca Champagne Pop. We're going to take that. We're going to shade switch this little highlight brush. You could also use the Amarizi if you have it. I'm not sure if it's still being sold, so I didn't want to use it. But you see, it gives like a soft glow. Makes the skin look wet. Okay, and believe it or not, I think this one is a pretty close dupe. The Wet n Wild I'm So Lit loose setting powder, loose highlighting powder. Dip into it. And it is actually a really good highlight. See that? Looks like there's a blank spot between, but there's not. That highlighter is really good. Okay, since we have all the products on the face, we're going to take some setting spray, and like I said, use a dewy one, and then at the end use like an all-nighter type one, The hard candy setting spray at Walmart is supposed to be a good dupe for the hard candy. I mean, for the Urban Decay all-nighter. I don't personally have one that is working because I think it's 2 years old right now, so I'm going to put it up. I took it out of my collection because it's the first one I ever used, but I read when I was finding the dupes that that one is a dupe. All right, so we got that all blended into the skin. One of the things we're using on both sides is the NYX brow pencil, but you can use Anastasia Brow Wiz. Is supposed to be a good dupe. This is supposed to be a good dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz. But I don't have them in the same color, I believe. My niece is supposed to be coming over today, and I'm supposed to be watching her. She is 3, I believe. She's coming over tonight. I call it Kira proofing the house that I have to do after this. But I'm going to have a full face of prom type makeup to Kira proof the house. Because she will get into everything that's around. My mom says it's like a bull in a china cabinet. So. All right. So there's that. And when I was at Walmart the other day, I saw this Profusion palette for $9.99. And I thought that has everything someone could possibly need to make a beautiful look for prom. It's the Sultry palette. And I thought this, I could probably find the same colors in there. But I might just do it separately and do 2 different eye looks. I'm not sure yet. But we're going to take a beauty blender. We're going to put some of this Milani eye primer on it. We're going to pop that onto the eyes. You could do this with concealer. You could do this with... But, like I said, with all the sweat and everything going on at prom, with the dancing and all the people being in the same room, priming the eyes may be a good idea, even if you're using concealer. Because that way, when they start sweating and everything, you know that their makeup's going to stay. We're going to start with the Sultry palette, because I kind of have a better idea what I want to do with this one. This one has a lot of colors, so maybe, let me see something. They're different in tone, so it's not necessarily a dupe, but there's one color in there I really can't wait to touch. Okay, first we're going to go into Birch. It's a brownish color. We're going to use that as our transition, hopefully. See how it's slightly darker than my skin tone? It looks slightly darker than my skin tone on my mirror. We're just going to buff that up into the brows so that it spreads better, like so. Okay, now we're going to take, let's say you're wearing a black dress. You want the eye to kind of pop, and you want to add a little bit of color, maybe. Let's go with, let's just keep it simple, because, I don't know, just simple just seems better. We're going to go in with a darker brown called Dystopian. And put that into the crease. And the reason, I think, as if you've been watching me for a while, the reason I use this eye for the high end is because this is the eye I always have issues getting the shadows to do what I want them to do. So it's better to use the high end over here so we have a clear opinion of the drugstore brand on the eye that does take shadow correctly. All right, next I want to take, this is where it gets hard in this palette. I'll show you again. These shimmers are absolutely gorgeous. Like, look at that. I think we're going to go with the lighter one. It looks more like a highlight, don't it? Let's see. If we go dark, it's not going to pop. See, I don't want it to not pop. I want it to pop. I want the eye look to be pow. But if you wear lashes, you kind of cover that part up. So if you put lashes on, I don't put lashes on yet. But if you put lashes on, it will cover up a lot of the eye. So that is a personal choice. We're going to go in with the... Let's look at this one. We're going to go in with Cyborg. It's like a silvery color. Maybe. Let's see if it'll come off. We may have to use our fingers. Alright, we may have to use our fingers for it. But I laid down where I want it, which was the important part. Alright, now we're going to kind of take the same brush that we used for the crease and make that edge not so harsh right there. See how it kind of fluffs better? I'm going to take a little bit of the color again and deepen that crease up right there. Okay, now we're going to take... Don't you hate when your foot itches? We are going to take this pink color, Bloom, on the same crease brush. And I kind of want to put it right there on the outer crease. To add some color. Or it might be seen better. It's going to be a 30-minute video at least. I'm trying. Alright. There we go. I'm going to take this brush that didn't quite work for the... Now, eyeliner is also a personal choice. Black is good. But if you want the eyes to pop, sort of. Okay, let's take that flat brush. Ooh, there we go. Make it look more even. Take this. Fluff it across. All right. I think it's doing what I want. Here it's doing what I want. All right. Let's go ahead and take this brush. Fluff out the bottom. Soften that edge right there. Then take this brush again into Dystopian. If you're into cars, you owe it to yourself to check out our cars area. Deepen that crease around it. Okay. See, when I get up close, you can do whatever you want to on the outer corner. Use a dark color. Use whatever you want. It's your eye look. But I'm going to take this, where'd it go? Where did it go? Oh no. I put them over here so I could be able to see them better. I can't find it. That's purple. Gold. There it is. We're going to use, no, yeah, there it is. We're going to use this. Urban Decay Gold eyeliner.
You're into Toy Story, right? Then just head over there whenever you're ready. Not to mention a lot of fun. Go talk to one of them.
To brighten the eye. It gets on your lashes. We're going to take this Voluminous primer. You could use any eyelash primer. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous one.
Spend some time by yourself. Everybody likes to do that sometimes. But just remember, all of these kids are going to want to play with you whenever you're ready. Spend some time by yourself. Everybody likes to do that sometimes. But just remember, all of these kids are
Okay.
going to play with you.
Then we're going to go in with, for the high-end side. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? The Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara.
Let's cut to the chase. Remember that bomb somebody stuck on Francesco?
Expression is vital.
Out of cars area.
All right. Find the eyelash curler. Oh, this is a different kind of eyelash curler. Curl it up. Make sure. So there's that side. That's the high-end side. Let's move this palette over here because I don't want it to affect my choices for this palette. Okay, for this palette, we're going to go into first Zing. Right there. We're going to lay that down. As the transition, shade switch using the same brushes. This is a perfect palette. It's not expensive. Profusion has wonderful shadows. So it works out perfectly. Go in with this caney color and try to diffuse some of this. I did not realize it was that pigmented. You know what? We'll work with it. All right. A little bit of a mishap right there. All right, now I want to go into looking at these two. Let's go into Risky. I kind of hate that the name of it is Risky because it's so dark. Let's use a thin brush. I'll show you the color in a minute. Oh, yeah. Glad I used this small brush. Winged liner, all that stuff would look gorgeous. All right, now the color I've been waiting to get into. I'm not exactly sure where I want to put it because it's so light if the light isn't hitting it. See? But I'm going to get into that color. That color is going on my eyes. This is kind of dark right there. So is this one. You know what? Let's go into, okay, the risky one. It was right here. You know what? Actually, now that I look at these, because I want to use that one color so bad. Now that I think about it. Let's use the purple metallic shade and put it down first. Let's clear this flat brush. My brain started working when I saw it. We're going to use Bewitched. We're going to pop that down all over the bottom part of the lid. Maybe. May need to get the brush wet to kind of foil it. Okay, there it goes. It's even going all the way up into the crease, I believe. Not having to foil it yet. But it's a metallic color. It's a metallic purple. You know what? Let's go ahead and try to foil it. Get the brush stamp. Go back into the color. We really want that purple to actually show up. There we go. It's actually showing up. Okay. All right. Got that. Now we're going to take and wash my hands. Because I have so many swatches on my fingers, I don't want it to interrupt what I'm trying to do. This is going to have a point. We are going to take that color on a damp finger. It's called Ella. And we're going to put it right there. Oh my God. It did do what I wanted it to do. Oh my God. Okay. Do this side. Okay, we're going to take and shade switch. You can put whatever color you want underneath. I'm beginning to think it's got some blue shift to it. But if you put like a pink, a blue, anything you want underneath, look at that. Using the flat brush, there is a little bit of fallout when you use a brush. Just a heads up. That eye did what I wanted it to do. Yay. Okay, sorry this video is going to be so long. Oh my God. You know what? I might put it up in 2 parts so you can just look at which. Okay. Now we're going to do a little bit of the purple. I'm going to use this light brush, that metallic purple, and we're going to smoke it under the eye. You know what? I am going to put this up in 2 parts. I think that's the best way to do it so you can watch it in 2 separate parts. Alright. And I don't feel like arguing with the phone. Okay. Now, we're going to take the same. Actually, we're going to do the purple on the bottom lash. Halfway across. This is the Urban Decay. It's a purple metallic. We're not going to go all the way across. Then we're going to take the gold one again. And we're going to put it on the inner. Where it goes halfway. And we're going to do the same on the top. Just on the inner corner. Like so. We don't want to mess with that pretty shadow because it did what I wanted it to do. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take the eyelash curler. Curl those lashes up. I just pinched my face. Take the L'Oreal Lash Primer. This is almost gone. That's why I dump back in. Usually I don't have to. The other reason, and we're going to use Maybelline Total Temptation mascara. Why did I put this at the very bottom of my drawer? Ooh. Wow. And you probably want to go for the Maybelline mascara if you're not going to wear false lashes. You see that difference? Oh my gosh. The colors may not match, but we're getting her done. This eye would be the one I would say go for because it pops. And it looks rather funny right now. Okay. Let's find a lip gloss to put down because I like it better when I'm putting the lip liner on. This is the Buxom lip gloss. We're gonna go with this purplish Makeup Revolution and Worth It. If you could get away with it without making it look really drawn on, you can make the lips look bigger by going slightly above the lip and right below. See how it causes a shadow? Now we're gonna take lipstick. Is going to be a personal choice based on the person. Don't force them to wear a color they don't want. But if they try to go towards a color that will not look good, or drown out the makeup or make their face look pale, put it on them if you could get it off easily. Like a red sometimes don't come off easily. But sometimes colors will pale, make your face look pale, and you don't want to do that. Okay. You could also take that same color we put on the eye. And add it to the lips to give them a more glossy appearance. Then take, you could get little sample sizes of All Nighter if that's what you want to do. You want to make sure it stays. Can't believe I'm trying to make sure it stays with two different eyes, but that's what I did. Sorry these videos are so long. One's 15 minutes, one's 30 minutes. I will see y'all in the next one. I hope you enjoyed this. I personally like that eye better. I think it looks more glamorous. So this is the high end side, and this is the low end side, or not Lil Wayne, you know, drugstore. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.